WRDE Coast TV.
We are now under a severe thunderstorm warning for Wacomico as well as Dorchester County until 6 o'clock for this evening, bracing for 60-mile-per-hour winds as well as quarter-size hail. We will track these storms and tell you where they're going.
Former Delaware State Auditor Kathy McGinnis suing Attorney General Kathy Jennings. Why she says her rights were violated.
Money, money, money. How to get the most bang for your buck in retirement.
And damage on the coast 3 years ago. More hurricanes expected now. How to prepare.
From the beaches to the bays, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News at 5 starts right now.
We are taking a live look now into Ocean City. The Dry Tech Embers camera. Sunny for now, not for long. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. And we do begin tonight with a severe thunderstorm watch across Delmarva. Let's turn things over to our first alert chief meteorologist, Paul Williams. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening. We're going to start seeing the storms manifest itself in different portions of our viewing area in the Milton area right now. Also, courtesy of our Spicer Brothers camera, we're looking in Salisbury with some heavy scattered showers beginning to develop there as well. Let's take a look at where we stand right now. There's been a watch that's in effect, but we have a newly issued warning. It was just issued in fact, that was just issued while we were in the middle of our open here. Let's go ahead and get that query here for that. And we are looking at the strong storm that's pushing its way more so towards the north pretty steadily at about 30 miles per hour. And with this movement here, we are going to begin to track this for you. And we're looking for this storm that already has a history of 60-mile-per-hour winds. Well, it's moving towards the northeast pretty steadily here, moving at approximately 30 miles per hour. Freeze this here. We're having a little bit of a sticking point here. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so we're looking for this storm to continue to move towards the northeast pretty steadily and moving at approximately 30 miles per hour here. Expected to hit Delmar at about 5:18, Smith Hill at about 5:29, Sycamore, then Bryan Store, then Whaley's Corner. Now, this is just the start of these storms as they begin to make their presence known throughout the afternoon. We've already had temperatures have been in the 90s and the dew point temperatures in the 70s. So we're looking for this tracking to be basically the rule of the day. We're looking at very intense cells. That's right along 347 right now, headed towards Delmar, Smith Hill, Bryan Store. If you're in any of those locations that I mentioned just then, it's important for you to go ahead and seek refuge because these storms are going to come upon you very quickly. And we're looking at very gusty winds, like I said, in excess of 60 miles per hour. Coming up, we'll track more on these storms as they're beginning to manifest in our area. Until then, back to you, Charlie.
Thank you, Paul. And as we anticipate those storms tonight, we're also now entering the peak of hurricane season. And NOAA has upped its predictions, saying it should be an above normal season. Abnormal warm conditions, temperatures are to blame as they are expected to offset the ongoing El Nino and act as fuel for hurricane activity instead. Emergency officials remind us that being prepared is important no matter what the predictions may say.
It doesn't matter what the predictions are. It only takes one storm. And that's really the message. It only takes one. So don't be fooled by the forecast that it might be active, may not be. It only takes one storm.
Thomas also says that valuable resources like evacuation routes and guides on building emergency kits, those are available online, which you can find on our website, WRDE.com. And this brings us to our Coast TV News poll. We want to know if you think that a hurricane is going to hit the coast this year. So let's take a look at those results.
Pretty split at the moment. 56% say no, 44% say yes. It is worth noting Delaware has never had a direct hit by a hurricane, though tropical storms remnants from that. But looks like 56% say they think now's the time.
Well, we're hoping that it isn't. If you have not voted yet, you still can on WRDE.com, or you can use our mobile app.
Well, new today, 10 months after being convicted of misconduct. Former state auditor Kathy McGinnis is alleging misconduct by the people who prosecuted her. In this civil lawsuit filed today, McGinnis says Delaware Attorney General Kathy Jennings and now former Director of the Division of Civil Rights and Public Trust Mark Denny slandered her. She also says the chief investigator violated her constitutional rights. McGinnis is demanding a jury trial, compensatory damages, and for her legal fees to be covered. The Department of Justice rebuked McGinnis's lawsuit, calling it a wasteful attempt to change the consequence of her actions, end quote.
There was some forward movement today for a Margaritaville that's planned down in Ocean City. Today at 1 p.m., City Council discussed air rights for the new resort. This is after a request was made for air rights above a portion of the alley known as Washington Lane between 13th and 14th Street, where the hotel would go. Developers say that the resort will have 250 rooms, a large pool, a conference center, and various restaurants.
On Friday, Dewey Beach Town Commissioners are talking about possibly reducing the minimum lot area per dwelling unit in town. So it's a density issue. What it means is that current code requires there be 3,600 square feet of lot area for each home. There's a proposal to reduce that by 20% to 3,000 square feet. Now, some say that will allow for too much density in Dewey. The town commissioners meet on this issue Friday at 3 p.m.
The city of Ocean View is considering an ordinance that would put some restrictions on marijuana in the city. The ordinance would ban marijuana grow facilities, marijuana retail stores, and marijuana testing facilities. The Planning and Zoning Commission is meeting to discuss this on Thursday the 15th at 4 p.m. And the clock is ticking in Georgia for former President Donald Trump and 18 others indicted there to voluntarily surrender. Ivan Rodriguez has the latest from outside of the Fulton County Courthouse.
Former President Donald Trump now facing his fourth indictment this year. The latest charges are out of Fulton County, Georgia, where Trump and 18 other defendants are named in a 41-count indictment stemming from their alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 election. The defendants include Trump lawyer Rudy Giuliani and former Trump White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows.
The defendants engaged in a criminal racketeering enterprise to overturn Georgia's presidential election result.
Former President Trump now facing 91 charges in 4 different cases, railing against the latest indictment, telling Fox News Digital, quote, "This politically inspired indictment, which could have been brought close to 3 years ago, was tailored for placement right smack in the middle of my political campaign."
He's not convicted yet, and he is innocent until proven guilty.
Prosecutor Fonnie Willis says the charges are not politically motivated. She plans to try all 19 defendants together and will propose a trial date within the next 6 months.
I make decisions in this office based on the facts and the law. The law is completely nonpartisan. That's how decisions are made in every case.
Trump and the 18 other defendants have been given until noon next Friday, August 25th, to turn themselves in.
We've planned for months to really understand the day-to-day really coverage of what this looks like. And I've said this before, we're ready.
In Atlanta, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
Well, yet another industry struggling to meet the demand in Sussex County, retirement education. Happening now, the Lewis Public Library is hosting a boot camp to help people plan for retirement. Coast TV News reporter Heidi Kirk shows us how a shifting demographic in the county has led to a need for more retirement resources.
A walk in the park for Sue Lovenberg. A typical day of retirement in Sussex County.
My husband likes to fish. I like to bike. So this is an ideal place for both of those things.
Lovenberg retired on Delmarva 2 years ago. Navigating retirement resources in a new state, a challenge. A local class at the Lewis Library was her saving grace.
If you don't know what's out there, you don't know what to ask. So these classes give you a good idea of what's there and what it means and how it impacts you.
In Focus, financial planner Robert Jeter works to help meet the needs of a growing retirement community with few resources in the county.
People have been retiring for a long time, but it's, as they say, it's not your grandparents' retirement. The dynamics that people will face today in terms of interest rates, in terms of inflation, in terms of longevity are much different.
Teaching free classes at local libraries is one way Jeter is helping prepare people for retirement. And with those classes, Lovenberg feels her retirement is a little closer to the walk in the park she's used to.
Having a better understanding makes me a little more calm about where my assets are.
The next retirement workshop will take place here at the Lewis Public Library on August 22nd. And at In Focus, they say if you come prepared with one thing, you should have an idea of what your dream retirement looks like, and they can help you from there. In Lewis, I'm Heidi Kirk, Coast TV News.
Still to come on Coast TV News at 5, mitigating the damage caused by severe storms. What services are now being offered to those in Newcastle County?
And we have a newly issued severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 5:45 for Sussex County. This storm is moving towards the northeast at 30 miles per hour with 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail.
But first, the Granary Housing Development seeking preliminary site plan approval. How the development could drastically change Milton? That's up next.
Comes alive. I am tangled up inside. Is it something that you hide?
Delmarva's rock station for 35 years. 93.5 The Beach.
Crank up your back-to-school style at Vernon Powell. The hottest brands and athletic shoes that kick it. Plus, get backpacks, shoes, lunch bags, drinkware, and more. 20% off every second item. Now through Labor Day at Vernon Powell, behind the mall in Salisbury.
Your towing and trailering headquarters is Brass Sales in Felton with an extensive selection of axles, brake drums, backing plates, tires, wheels, and all the hardware needed for installation. Plus repair items, bearing kits, light kits, and lenses. And don't forget, fifth wheels, hitches, goosenecks, and all the accessories. In stock today at Brass Sales. Your manufactured housing and RV parts superstore is your towing and trailering headquarters. In eastern Sussex County, visit Beach Mobile Home and RV Supply. Brass Sales, setting the standard since 1950.
Allergies aren't fun for anyone, especially when they work their way into your home. A professional air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer can dramatically improve indoor air quality and significantly reduce indoor allergens. Installing our whole home purification system Restore will even help prevent the spread of airborne viruses and bacteria. If you want to significantly reduce allergy triggers in your home, call or go online to book a free inspection today.
Crank up your back-to-school style at Vernon Powell. The hottest brands and athletic shoes that kick it. Plus, get backpacks, shoes, lunch bags, drinkware, and more. 20% off every second item. Now through Labor Day at Vernon Powell, behind the mall in Salisbury.
Developers for the Granary are presenting a preliminary site plan to the Milton Planning and Zoning Commission tonight. The commission unanimously approved the master plan for the proposed development in November of last year. Developers say that the Granary will be over 1,300 square feet and will double the amount of homes in Milton. Some people in the town have opposed the development in the past. That meeting is tonight at 6:30.
Tomorrow, the Humane Animal Partners will be in Georgetown from 3 to 6 to give vaccines and wellness checks for pets. Now, Humane Animal Partners is partnering with the Delaware Alliance for Nonprofit Advancement and PetSmart charities, so all of those services for your pets, they are first come and first serve. Still to come on Coast TV News at 5, the city of Salisbury celebrating its new headquarters building, what this specific space will be used for.
And we have strong storms moving very steadily towards Laura right now, prompting the latest severe thunderstorm warning. It's in the Del Mar area, headed towards Sandy Fork and Highway 13. We're going to continue to track these storms. The severe thunderstorm warning is in effect until 5:45, but this storm is showing a trend of getting stronger, so stick around.
Get ready for an unforgettable driving experience at Gateway Subaru. Discover the rugged elegance of the Subaru Outback with its symmetrical all-wheel drive that ensures you'll conquer any terrain with confidence. Or get ready to elevate your drive with the all-new, redesigned 2024 Subaru Crosstrek with its sleek design, advanced technology, and enhanced performance. Right now, you can custom order the all-new Crosstrek at Gateway Subaru. Embrace the thrill of driving and embark on your next adventure. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
There's a joy that comes with building your new home on your lot, walking through your design, noticing the little things you visualized come to life, the progress, the completion, and the move-in to your new home. At Berica, we specialize in building strong, energy-efficient homes, custom built in our factory and finished on your lot, wherever that may be. Tour our model homes and factory at our main office in Greenwood. We're happy to help you begin your journey in building your new Berica. Start online today at bericahomes.com.
Nobody wants to have surgery done, but if you're going to have it, this was the best way for me to go. Dr. Fatula came in and told me exactly what he was going to do. I went home that night and slept in my own bed. And there was no pain. I had a few steri strips, and that was it. That's the place to go. BB Healthcare is the place to go. This is right here in your backyard, and they are on the edge of robotic surgery.
Jay Leno and Kevin Eubanks.
But I'll tell you what, Kevin's going to give you $100, right, Kev?
Bring their own twist to a TV classic.
Let's play You Bet Your Life.
If I come home broke, my wife gonna kill me.
It's all fun and games.
Weekdays at 11:30 on WRDE Coast TV. Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
From gentle ocean breezes to small country towns, Sussex County has it all. That's why you need a real estate company that is familiar with it all. Mann & Sons offers decades of experience throughout Sussex County. Whether it's helping you purchase your forever home or find the perfect vacation rental at the beach. Trust our experience. Trust Mann & Sons.
For over 30 years, the difference is clear. Man & Sons Real Estate.
This weather's brought to you by
Man & Sons Real Estate.
Before we get started, want to remind you very quickly, be sure you scan the QR code in the corner of the screen so you can keep up with all the warnings and watches that we anticipate for the rest of this evening. In Salisbury, courtesy of our live camera, you can see all the raindrops on the lens of the camera, and the storms are coming in from the west, which is why I'm showing you what's happening in Salisbury. We have a recently issued severe thunderstorm warning. It's in effect for Sussex until 5:45. We have one cell that actually popped up very quickly near our station here. It's showing a little bit of circulation, but it's now making its way more so north of Lewis. But we have a secondary cell that's right here that's now beginning to move towards the Del Mar area. And because it's such a fast mover right now, I want to go ahead and begin to kind of track this for you at this present time. We put it on reflectivity at this point to show you what's happening and where the cell is located. It's in the Del Mar community just to the east of Mardello Springs along Highway 13. And it's moving very steadily towards the north, pretty steadily at about 30 miles per hour. And towards the northeast. So it's moving and tracking in this direction. I'm going to do this again for you. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So we're looking for Bryan Store as well as Georgetown 550, Sand Hill 557, and then it'll hit the Milton area. But you'll see that it's coming very close to the Laurel community. So what I'm going to do now, something I don't usually do, but we're going to take a look right now. This is what it looks like on radar. Let's take a look at what it looks like outside live right now in Laurel. So this is what we're seeing right now out in Laurel. The manifestation of several cumulus clouds, and we're starting to see the stacking of the cloud cover as this begins to brew. We have to see that little opening down in this area here. So we're looking for all of this massive amount of moisture to begin to churn and possibly begin to circulate in upper portions of the atmosphere. So we're going to keep a close eye on that possibility. Back to the radar we go. And you'll see this early circulation is what I'm concerned with right here, because it's moving steadily here as it marches through Del Mar. It's going to march just south of Laurel and head towards Millsboro, Wood Branch, and in that area. I feel it's important for you to know where it's going because it might be close to your home. Now, this isn't the end of it. This is just the beginning, because I want to show you something here. Some additional storms are coming in right behind it, and they're showing signs of circulation at this present time as well. Now, all this pink you see is indicating we have a severe thunderstorm watch for everybody. So everybody could possibly get a storm here, but we have this certain area right here where we have the warning that's happening with this storm with 60-mile-per-hour winds, quarter-size hail, and this is all propagated by this low pressure system and the frontal boundary that we have that's swinging through here. Plain and simple, this is the mechanism, the trigger that's pulling the trigger, and so these storms are going to start firing up. And because of that, we're concerned about lightning strikes. So look, we're tracking the lightning for you today as well. You see all of these indicators right here? These are lightning strikes that have been within the last 5 minutes or so in Salisbury, Mardello Springs, as well as throughout Del Mar along Highway 13 and in the Laurel area. So if you have some problems with their power outages, it's probably due to the lightning strikes that we're tracking for you right now. Also throughout this evening, we're going to be tracking the amount of rain that's going to be falling, because this storm has had a history of causing some localized flash flooding. So we're looking at heavy showers that have already hit Del Mar and Salisbury. Blue, It's heavier rain there near Deal Island, but I'm showing you the track of the storm as well as the amount of rain that's pushing through. And as far as the forecast is concerned, we could see possibly up to 2 inches near Berlin, according to what we're tracking now. So we're in that risk area. We're going to stay in that risk area for the rest of this evening because that watch stays in effect until 9 o'clock. Temperatures are in the 90s. Dew point temperatures are well into the 70s. And so that's why we're concerned about what's going to be happening at 5:30. This is what the models are saying be happening at 7:30 until this all begins to clear out of the way. And we're looking for the same general pattern in the northern portions of our viewing area. So with that being the case, here's a look at what we're expecting and anticipating with your extended forecast. After we get past today, we're going to be okay. We're looking at all kinds of sunshine across the board, but tonight we stay on alert until 9 o'clock.
We definitely will, Paul. Thank you. The city of Salisbury is hosting a ribbon cutting ceremony at what's called the Salisbury Headquarters Building on Friday the 18th. The city says the building houses the new city council chambers and downtown Salisbury Visitor Center. Other public events can also be hosted there. The building you see there is on Division Street downtown. The ribbon cutting for the new HQ is at 5:30 p.m. on Friday, and anybody is welcome to go.
A reminder, you can hear Coast TV news and weather updates throughout the day on our family of radio stations. That's Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 FM, on 93.5 The Beach, and on Big 107.7.
After the break here on Coast TV News at 5, helping those impacted by severe storms. What services are being offered in Newcastle County?
But first, Mayor Justin King of Camden, Delaware, pleads guilty to a number of charges. What this means for his role as mayor, that's next after the break.
Have you dry-teched yet? Just call our office to request a prompt appointment. Our engineers are not salespeople. They assess your crawl space, photograph it, prescribe a custom solution, and send you your estimate the next business day. Guaranteed. Along with our price match guarantee and our done right guarantee. If your crawl space doesn't stay dry, DryTech will fix it for free. Right now, you can DryTech your home with 0% financing for 2 years. DryTech, Delmarva's original crawl space expert.
The WRDE Coast TV News app. Coverage you can count on.
Sometimes you can't avoid life's messes. You need a vacuum that can handle anything. At Beach Vacuums, we have vacuums that are built to last, keeping your house clean for years to come, offering yearly tune-ups and repairs so you can keep cleaning. Only at Beach Vacuums, trade in your old vacuum, even if it's broken, for a discount on a new one. Beach Vacuums, the last full-service vacuum store in Sussex County.
Need a new roof? Life could be sweeter with Hershey Exteriors. GAF Master Elite Certified Tyler Hershey is the man to call. With hundreds of online reviews and a 4.9 Google rating, we make sure to put the right roof over your head. Our work is sealed with a 50-year non-prorated warranty on material and labor. Storm damage? Get a free inspection and we can help you through your insurance claim. Don't wait months for a new roof. Call Hershey Exteriors, because life is sweeter with Hershey Exteriors. Serving Delmarva.
Are you game?
Let's go, come on.
To take a spin.
I am ready.
Tell me what you got. To make a guess.
Hilarious punchline.
You got it, whoa!
To take a trip.
To Maui.
To win it all.
Parting ways. That's it.
Then take a spin on the Wheel of Fortune.
Weeknights at 7 on WRDE.
I'm attorney Ben Schwartz. People tell me they get anxious about calling a lawyer. When you call my office about a new case, you don't immediately get stuck on the phone talking to a lawyer. Instead, you speak with one of our 4 intake specialists who get more information about you and your case, and they match you up with the right attorney for the job. This is as easy as 1, 2, 3 and no anxiety. Folks, tip the scales of justice in your favor. Call Schwartz & Schwartz today.
We're Coast Country, and we're Delmarva proud.
The mayor of Camden, Justin King, has pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct and no contest to offensive touching after a confrontation at the car wash. As part of this deal, King has also resigned from his position as mayor. The Delaware Department of Justice says King, who you see pictured here, confronted 2 19-year-old men who he claimed were causing mischief at his car wash. The department says King shoved the men, pulled on one of their hoodies while he was on the ground, and both men were hurt. The department says King also suppressed evidence in this case. Officials say he agreed to serve 1 year of probation, pay a $500 fine, abide by a no-contact order with the men, and again, also resign in his office as mayor. The Newcastle County Emergency Management Agency and other organizations have activated a crisis cleanup hotline. This is in response to some severe storms that hit northern Delaware last week. You can see footage there. The hotline is accepting calls weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The state says it's accepting calls through August 25th. Now, volunteer groups who need help, they can go get those tree removes or get them out of their yards or their curbs. There'll be other services this week, possibly next week, in a response to these storms. The state says the services are free and not guaranteed. It really all depends on who's available and what the need is. Time to take one more look at our Coast TV poll. We want to know if you think a hurricane will hit the coast this year. A large majority are saying no, but not an overwhelming. 45% say yes, a hurricane will hit it. 55% say no, not this year. If you haven't voted yet, you can do that later, and we will have updated results on Coast TV News at 6.
Coming up, groovy tunes ahead, veterans performing in a concert in Bethany Beach tomorrow. Which 70s bands are inspiring these performances? Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
When you choose Bennett Termite for all your pest control needs, we strive to hit a hole-in-one with every service we perform.
When you're close to the land and the sea, you can taste the goodness. The historic Lewis Farmers Market brings farms closer to tables. Meet the growers, talk to the people that milk the cows, and pick the perfect peaches. Organically grown fruits and vegetables, sustainable meats and eggs, A2 dairy products, artisan breads, and fresh local seafood.
The historic Lewis Farmers Market is in the park every Saturday from 8 to noon and at Crooked Hammock Brewery every Wednesday from 8 to 11:30 a.m.
Welcome the new season with a deep cleaning by Stanley Steamer. Our certified technicians will renew your carpets, air ducts, upholstery, tile floors, and more, clearing away the dust and debris. We clean using powerful proprietary equipment and family-safe cleaning solutions to leave your space looking and feeling fresh. Call or go online to schedule your professional cleaning with Stanley Steamer today.
At Paul Davis, we get asked, what's the difference between salt-treated wood decking and composite decking? Salt-treated wood decking costs less and comes with lots of maintenance over the years. The composite deck, however, looks like wood, won't fade, insect-resistant, and is basically maintenance-free. Call now. We can give you an estimate as early as tomorrow. Now extended through August 31st, we are offering composite decking for the same price as salt-treated wood. Plus, our composite decks come with a lifetime warranty. Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling, we are the difference makers.
When you choose Bennett Termite for all your pest control needs, we strive to hit a hole-in-one with every service we perform.
For those who like to boogie, 7 veteran musicians are performing 70 songs from iconic musicians like Queen, Led Zeppelin, Fleetwood Mac. Who doesn't want to go to that? All that summer concert series continues tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. at the Bethany Beach Bandstand.
We are still under a severe thunderstorm warning until 5:45. Here's the storm that's actually prompted that. And as we take a look at this, I'm going to dissect this for you real quickly and kind of show you what we anticipate as far as that cell is concerned. It's moving and it's close towards the Laurel area with a good deal of lightning strikes associated with it. So watch for the possibility of actual power outages. I want to take a look outside again, courtesy of our live cam, to see what it looks like out there. Yeah, we're starting to see some very aggressive looking clouds that are stacking up very quickly in the area. So with that in mind, we are going to continue to track what's going on with this. Back to the radar we go briefly, and we anticipate that These storms are going to stay very active, at least for the next 15 or so minutes. Here's a quick look at your extended forecast. It's going to be a lot better after we get past today.
Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our WRDE News app.
Jeopardy's up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.